Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku and I'm here to review episode 3 of Joker Game. So episode 3, that means it's time for whether or not you decide to continue with this anime or not, with the classic 3-episode test. So I'm very curious as to what you're gonna say, because this episode, it was quite the flop. Now, I know my opinion is gonna vastly differ from a lot of viewers, because, you see, I have seen a lot of spy and a lot of film noir type of like movies, shows. You don't really see film noir in anime, but like I said, like movies and shows and even books. So having this episode be such a by the numbers cliche film noir, I started laughing. I know a lot of people probably like this episode because it wasn't as dialogue heavy and that there was some action and a twist, but I already called it a twist anyway, but oh my goodness. I had to pause the episode and laugh when I saw Marie pointing the gun at her comrades. That's just, that's been done so many times. Now, yes, it hasn't been done too much in anime, so if you're like a strictly anime kind of person, then you probably enjoyed this episode. You probably were fine with it because you haven't seen something like this. But for someone like me, who's seen this type of stuff so many times before, it was laughable. But anyway, right now we're in Nazi-occupied France, and Miyoshi's going in undercover to see what's going on with the resistance over at France. And the thing is that when he was putting his like plan into fruition, he ended up getting amnesia, which was of course not a part of the plan, but he still had somewhat of an idea of what he had to do when he was under amnesia. Like, you know, he heard like voices in his head, which was like, you know, the real true Miyoshi, like the inner Miyoshi saying like, hey yo, don't do that, don't kill them, stuff like that, you can't die, and you know, things like that. So Miyoshi was still able to carry on the mission even though he had amnesia. And you see, this was shocking because I have never heard of a spy getting amnesia. So I was like, whoa, this could mess with everything. What's gonna happen? Unfortunately, he got, you know, his memories back in like the next 10 minutes, so it wasn't that big of a deal. So I was kind of disappointed in that. But anyway, later on we find out that Marie was a mole for the Nazis, like the German spies and stuff like that, and you had one of the guys of the group, Jean, he decided to follow Marie because he was in love with her, which was strange because I never felt a connection between them. I didn't even know that they were together, unless they mentioned it, but I don't believe they mentioned it, did they? It didn't seem like they were in love or something like that, because Miyoshi said that Jean went to follow his true love, so I was just like, what? Really? What? Like that? Okay, whatever. And then we have like Alain, he's just there, and yeah, that was the episode. Very disappointed in this episode. Expected a lot more from Joker Game. I don't know what's gonna happen next week, but now I think I gotta be cautious, although it's probably just me and a few others. I know a lot of you probably enjoyed this episode, but yeah, just let me know your thoughts on the episode. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Did this pass or fail a 3-episode test? Do let me know. And catch me tomorrow as I review Twin Star Exorcists and Bungo Stray Dogs. I'm your female otaku, sayonara.